we are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week, we are taking a look at the Morrigan from Irish mythology. And a little bit of background, it's also spelled differently, which if you're on YouTube, you can see it spelled as Morrigan or Morrigan, and it's also known as Marigu, and it's translated as either the Great Queen or Femme Queen, and like I said at the intro, it's from Irish mythology.
Yeah, the translation, either Great Queen or Phantom Queen, makes it sound either good or evil kind of thing, or good or scary.
Well, as we'll cover here shortly, it's kind of both.
So, associations. So, it's associated with war and fate, mainly foretelling of doom, death, or victory in battle. And it usually takes the form of a crow called the Bab. It also rallies warriors to battle and helps bring victory. Also encourages brave acts, strikes fear into enemies, and is seen to wash the bloodstained clothes of those fated to die. So a little bit of everything. And most commonly portrayed as the war goddess, and is also seen as the earth and sovereignty goddess, and is associated with the banshee.
Yeah, the Banshee, I think after researching, does come from the Morrigan. And some backstory into like that specific mythology is that the Morrigan is often described as three sisters called the three Morrigana, Bob, Maka, and the Morrigan Anna, and it is believed to be the different names for the same goddess. So kind of similar to like the three fates from Greek mythology in a
Hey,
sense.
hey, it's just so cool it needed three names.
Exactly.
Uh, and then more may be derived from the Indo-European root connoting terror or monstrous, and it could also be associated with mare, the Old English word, which survives in the modern English word nightmare. And then Regan translates to queen.
So yeah, that's why it translates to Phantom Queen, because nightmare.
Yeah, makes sense now.
And we're going to pop culture now, and we have covered Arthurian legend twice before in a little mini series, but some people believe that Morgan Le Fay from Arthurian legends might be inspired by the Morrigan. And how I found out about the Morrigan isn't the typical way, but Irish WWE wrestler Lyra Valkyria wears entrance/ring gear inspired by the Morrigan, and her finishing move is called the Nightwing, which, considering the Morrigan take the form of crows or ravens, is also a nod to the Morrigan's bird form, and they also call her the Bird Lady.
Very fitting.
Very, very fitting. And this is kind of a quicker episode, but on to our thoughts. Considering it's kind of inspired Morgan Le Fay, its similarities to the Banshee, which is also from Irish mythology, and kind of also the Raven Mocker, which we've also taken a look at in the past, and in the sense that it takes the form of a crow or raven. I naturally really enjoy the mythology of the Morrigan, so just also considering that I also kind of accidentally found out about it watching WWE is another plus.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. I mean, there's not really much on the Morrigan. There's a little bit, as you can see. But I mean, I do think it's kind of cool that they use the crow as kind of like the stand-in for it. I guess whenever I think of like a battle, especially like a medieval kind of battle thing, I imagine there being crows around. So it's kind of like her watching the battle, kind of. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's not like your typical like war god, war goddess kind of vibe, because like in Greek mythology, you've got Ares, who's depicted as like, oh, just let's fight just because. But here you got the Morrigan, just kind of like in a tree or something, just like who's gonna die today.
Well, hey, it said foretelling also, so she probably already knows.
Exactly. But I think that's all we've got for this week. Next week we'll probably have a longer episode because it's going to be about the burger chef Mers over in Indiana. So we'll see you next week with that. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Well, thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, drop us a follow and comment. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Marie Laveau or the Road. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, but folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. The laser strain on your brain if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney's dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.